So, have you thought things through? Hmm? Go ahead, speak your mind. There's no need to be so formal. You helped us defeat that big fella anyway. Plus, if we keep making pleasantries, we'll waste a whole day. You've done me a huge favor by defending the space station from the Antimatter Legion. And know that while Herta may not admit it, she owes me one. She won't refuse me if I ask for a favor in return. And it's probably not too much to ask for a rare item from the space station, right? How about we continue talking on the express? I'll make you a cup of coffee, my special blend. I was ready ages ago. I've been here so many times before. It should have just been an ordinary trip for me. But everything's not so ordinary anymore, is it? Walking the same path over and over will never be the same. There will always be something new. That's the meaning of trailblazing. As always, to follow in the footsteps of Akivili. Sometimes we stop on other worlds, and we'll continue to do so. There are countless next stops in the galaxy. I love the vast reaches of space, and the Express does too. I want to seek out new worlds, and the Express wants to return to its former path. Because you're different. Well, that might be the biggest reason. It's not the only one. I think you need a chance. A chance to discover just how different you really are from everyone else. Everybody keeps telling you how special you are and how you have a Stellaron inside you, but that's already plain as day to you. And no matter who tells you, be it me or Herta or anybody, it's not the same thing as feeling it yourself. You have to experience enough to know if you've gained or lost anything because of the Stellaron, and to know who you really are. Learn to control the Stellaron, and then you can control your destiny. The Stellaron might still be an enigma, but the fact of the matter is, it's a part of you. And you have to embrace this before you can move forward into the future. So, have you thought things through?
Oh, thank goodness you're all safe. It's a pity that we haven't had the chance to talk much, and now the Express is about to leave. Do you have any questions? Well, Madame Herta gave me a piece of code, which she apparently wrote on the way here. I just tried it out, and the defense shield's regenerating 3 times faster than before. Thanks to her, the Antimatter Legion outside is not much of a threat anymore. The space station's repairs and reconstruction can also begin smoothly, but internally. When the Stellaron was extracted, even for that brief moment, it corroded the space station and formed a new space, what we now call the fragmentum. The part that was corroded is irreversible, so the space station will always be in a state of quasi-fragmentum. All existing fragmentums are connected, so there will be monsters that will enter the space station through its fragmentum. I talked with Arlan, and there's no easy solution to this problem at the moment. We can only increase the security and patrol frequency to protect the ongoing research. After all this is over, I'm putting my vacation time in with Madame Herta. I've got it all planned. I'll hop on an airship and give the blue a good look. Be that as it may, taking it in while on vacation and observing it during work are not the same thing. Oh, and if I have an actual full vacation, I can take my time to collect observational data and finish writing my paper. Of course, there's already a lot of published research on the blue, but I want to study it myself. It might sound a lot like work, but it's really just a hobby. There are no deadlines or quotas to meet, and I don't get paid. I like you, but you have a Stellaron in your body? If you were just wandering around, or if you agreed to be sealed away in an experiment pod, that would be fine. But if you're going to work in the space station long term, the Stellaron may have some serious effects on the station's fragmentum. As the lead researcher, that's a risk I cannot take. I can sense your enthusiasm for the space station, but I'm afraid I have to turn you away. Well, if you wanted to come back and help, of course I wouldn't refuse you. Dan Hung helped inventory our rare items. March 7th said that she would help out as much as she can and connected over 50 wires in the electrical room. Everyone from the Express is so obliging. And I think you're pretty good at meddling, too. Oh, sure. No hurry.
Still haven't made up your mind? Fine. Since I'm interested in you, I'll answer any questions you have. Me? Well, talking about oneself is as pointless as it gets. On paper, yes, but I don't really care about this place. I built it, put some stuff in, left some people here, and let them just manage themselves. Asta's the lead researcher of the space station, so for all intents and purposes, she's the master. I reject the concept of ownership because I don't want the responsibilities that come with it. It doesn't matter. Who cares if others don't like me? I know I don't care. As long as I have my own value, I can do whatever I want. While you may have good character, do you have any value? Don't take that the wrong way. I'm genuinely asking you. You might have some value. I just don't know about it. Human, female, young, beautiful, attractive. Not much different from what you're seeing now. I modeled it after how I looked back when I was a kid. It might not be identical, but I'd say maybe 70, 80% there. Oh, I was so precocious. All I cared about back then was solving the solitary wave problem. Ignoring my precious childhood. Stellarons, huh? Ask away. I'm listening. According to my research, it's a type of life form with a special property that tethers it to a certain path or eon's power. Wherever it's located, it responds to that world's desires to advance its civilization. But this comes at the cost of some form of disaster. The mechanism behind it is likely related to Nanook the Destruction. Oh, that weird bunch. I'm satisfied with just one Stellaron. But they've scoured the universe, obtained several, and still aren't satisfied. I don't know what their true intentions are. Screwlum went up against the Stellaron hunters before. I heard there was a member whose hacking skills were on par with Screwlum. Being on the same level as Screwlum, who's probably the best in the universe, is nothing short of spectacular. It's beyond my abilities. Computers are not my forte. That I don't know. Which is why I'm gearing up to solve this mystery. The Express? Shouldn't you be asking Himiko instead? You mean how it looks? Like a train. Well, I was very interested in the Express for a while, and wrote a lot of papers, but forgot where I left them. Now I can't remember anything about it. Oh, we've been business partners for a long time. Every once in a while, I'll need them to get me things from other planets. And they often come to me to help them solve problems. What decision? You're gonna have to be more specific. Of course! I'll still be here waiting for you. The space station will be waiting for you. Returning? It's not impossible. If you want to be a researcher here, you can just ask Asta. If she's fine with it, I have no complaints. No, hold on. You have a Stellaron within you. I think it's better if you left and came back occasionally. It might be dangerous if you stayed for too long. No, you're way too dangerous. I don't mind personally, but I don't want Asta and others to take the risk. You wouldn't want the Stellaron in you to hurt all the people in the space station either, right? Just come back once in a while. You will always be welcome at the space station. Just don't stay for too long. You really are weird. What's so good about this place? Even I don't like staying here. Ugh, fine. To be honest with you, I have plenty of ways to seal a mere Stellaron. You just might end up not having a lot of personal freedom. If you're so keen to stay, fine, I'm okay with it. Go speak to Asta. She's the lead researcher. She's in charge. As I've said, talk to Asta. She's the lead researcher. She's in charge. Go, go, go. Well, from an objective standpoint, that is the most rational place for you to be. First of all, you have somewhere to live, and you'd be under their protection. Also, it'll be a long trip, so you'll have more opportunities to find a way to save yourself from the Stellaron. Lastly, if the Stellaron really explodes, you won't harm too many people around you. Well, how should I know? It's up to you. You have so many options to choose from. Maybe jump out a hatch, or hop into the Fragmentum and see if any monsters start worshipping you. Okay, suit yourself.
Oh, thank goodness you're all safe. It's a pity that we haven't had the chance to talk much, and now the Express is about to leave. Do you have any questions? Huh? Madam Herta said that? In that case, I have nothing against it either. Mind you, if Madam Herta was to do something to you, she's not going to care a lot about what you think. Oh, sure. No hurry.
So, have you thought things through? Stay? But Herda, is that so? Well, I respect your choice. Take care. We'll come back now and then to see you.
After careful deliberation, you decide to decline Himiko's invitation. With a long whistle, the Astral Express prepares to go ahead on its journey. The friends you just made wave goodbye to you, and your farewell is as sudden and final as your meeting. After the departure of the Express, the station begins to eagerly rebuild. Meanwhile, Herta and you get busy while researching the Stellaron. However, it doesn't take long before Herta loses interest in you and the Stellaron, and Asta arranges for you to become a researcher at the space station. You spend a peaceful life on the space station. The Express visits a few times before disappearing for good. From the occasional visitors on the station, you hear stories about how the final end of the Express and the Stellaron hunters shakes the universe to its very core. Sometimes you wonder whether their destiny would have changed had you stepped onto that train. But those stories are no longer for you.
So, have you thought things through? Then come with me.
Hey, you over there looking dumbfounded. Yes, Pom-Pom's talking to you. Himiko told Pom-Pom about your situation. Now listen up. Pom-Pom will only say this once. Pom-Pom's sure there have been lots of people telling you how special you are lately. But this is the Astral Express, and everyone on here has their secrets. Since you chose to board, you can abide by the rules. You're not the only special one here. You'd best remember that. I'm Pom-Pom, the conductor. Just come find me if you have any trouble.
Oh, it's you. How do you feel? Great. Looks like your stamina is really quite special. In any case, I have to thank you for saving March. All I did was calm that thing inside you down temporarily. I don't want to frighten you, but the truth is you won't ever be in the clear while it's still inside your body. However, as long as the Stellaron is still in your body, you should be careful what you do. I don't know if Himiko and I can suppress it again. But I won't bore you any longer. So much happened at the space station, you must be tired. There should be some time until the next warp jump, so feel free to walk around and familiarize yourself with the environment. But I won't bore you any longer. So much happened at the space station, you must be tired. There should be some time until the next warp jump, so feel free to walk around and familiarize yourself with the environment.
What do you think? Does the Astral Express look the same as you imagined? March said something like that at first, too. Seems like you young people have similar tastes. Oh, right. March and Don Hung should both be in their rooms right now. You can go look for them. You youngsters should get along well. Oh, you know young people. Their rooms always reflect their personality. You can go and have a look around. Also, don't mind Pom-Pom's antics. They're actually pretty interested in you. It's just that we haven't had new passengers on the Express for a long while. All right, I won't steal Pom-Pom's thunder. If you have any questions, just go ask our conductor. Also, don't mind Pom-Pom's antics. They're actually pretty interested in you. It's just that we haven't had new passengers on the Express for a long while. All right, I won't steal Pom-Pom's thunder. If you have any questions, just go ask our conductor.
Hey, you don't have any questions to ask Pom-Pom? Is it because you think Pom-Pom talks too much? Or is it Pom-Pom's age? You youngsters gotta learn to bridge that generation gap. Oh? Why are you interested in her room? Ah, Pom-Pom remembers Himiko saying that you saved her. Very brave. Very foolhardy. But that is what a trailblazer should be like. March 7th's room is in the express sleeper compartment. She's always running around, so she might not be there. Dan Hong's room? Oh, you mean the archives. He's just sort of living in there, I guess. I can't be bothered getting him out. March 7th's room is right next to the archives. You can visit him on the way. You recognize this as well? Himiko always likes to bring back weird junk and try to fix it. That also got modified a bit. Pom Pom still needs to prepare for the Express's warp jump. You can look around the place yourself. No matter where you go on this train, Pom Pom will always have my eyes on you. Here already? I was just engaging in pleasantries. How can I help? Pom Pom still needs to prepare for the Express's warp jump. You can look around the place yourself. No matter where you go on this train, Pom Pom will always have my eyes on you. Himiko likes using the phonograph a lot. She says it can play melodies from the past. Welt likes collecting these jet black discs. It seems like they could be antiques. He'd be very happy if you could bring a few back.
There seems to be the sound of electronic equipment.
Who's there? I learned to sense incoming visitors after people kept barging in so frequently.
The door is unlocked. Should I go in? Just one look should be fine, right? Make a choice I won't regret. Reach the future. So much has happened in such a short time.
Can I help you? Feel free. This is open to everyone on the Express. While many of the roads that Akivili traveled along no longer exist, I think it's still meaningful to record our adventures as current passengers of the Express. I enter the collected data into the Archives databank. I try to catalog the people and places the Express encounters, and compare and contrast them with the existing records. Do you see the terminal over there? It can be used to view information already stored in the databank. Do give it a go. I'll be entering any new information we encounter on future journeys, so drop by any time to check it out. We also have a shortcut on the terminal device. Seems like you have some deep misunderstandings about me. Well, I think I know who caused that. I have matters to attend to. Feel free. So, if you're heading next door, keep it down.
Hi. Hello. Attention all passengers. Attention all passengers. The Express is about to conduct a warp jump. All passengers, please gather at the main hall. I repeat, the Express is about to conduct a warp jump. All passengers, please gather at the main hall.
What's wrong? You look like you were about to say something. Oh, I think I know what you're going to ask. You've come to the right person. Ooh, you want to know more about the Express? I'm glad. After all, it's an important companion of ours. The Astral Express was a tool created by Akivili the Trailblaze, who used it to transport themselves and the Nameless across the galaxy. It is rumored that there are other vehicles like it, but the Express has no such records. When I found the Express, its memory had been severely damaged, with much of its valuable information lost. All I know is that the Express is an aspect of creation built by Akivili themselves and used to travel the cosmos. As for how it was built and how it was damaged, I do not have an answer. The Express is traveling on a route that the Trailblaze once embarked on. The names of some destinations have been lost, but the first and final stops were both at Pagana, Akivili's home world. We speculate the Astral Express started its journey from Pagana, stopping at each destination along the way before returning there for its next journey. However, the appearance of the Stellaron has caused a delay at each stop. There's a legend in the galaxy. The heart of Akivili themselves lies in the core of the Astral Express, providing it with the power to travel between worlds. But I found no evidence of that aboard the Express. Besides, the Express existed before the Trailblaze fell. There's no way they could have had two hearts, right? However, it is likely that the Express possesses some sort of mechanism to transfer power from the Trailblaze. It wouldn't be possible with a normal Pathstrider. The fallen Eon, deceased Trailblaze. Their passing is still a mystery, but of all the known Eons, Akivili was the closest to mankind. In the databank aboard the Express, it is recorded that they walked among the mortals, adventuring, fighting, and celebrating with them. Although they were an Eon restrained by the Prima Mobile, Akivili enjoyed a freedom similar to us mortals. They were different from most, but their passing came so suddenly that it was thought they were killed by another Eon. I don't believe that to be the case. The galaxy is endlessly vast. I wouldn't know where to begin, especially when you ask me like that so suddenly. I've been to many different worlds, yet I still know very little about the galaxy, simply because it's too vast. As for its nature, there are a few theories that I can share with you. The most popular is probably the cosmos tree theory, proposed by Xandar, emanator of erudition and the first member of the Genius Society. He compared the galaxy to an enormous imaginary tree, with its leaves being individual universes. Therefore, only eons who draw their energy from the imaginary and emanators who are blessed by eons can travel through the spaces filled with imaginary energy. That's why planets where civilizations exist are so similar. However, the theory has its flaws. Elias Sallis, the 56th member of the Genius Society, invented remote detection, disproving that the imaginary is unique. This shook the foundation of the cosmos tree theory. There are other theories as well: the stretching theory, the heat torch theory, and the parallel imaging theory. The Riddlers claim the galaxy is just a dream, and IX's followers seem to like that claim. Eons are the most mysterious beings in the galaxy. All we know is that they ascended from the form of intelligent beings. As for the how and why, even the geniuses over at the Genius Society haven't the slightest clue. Upon ascending to Eonhood, that being gains power over the paths, free to choose the allocation of imaginary energy however they wish, while suffering the restrictions of the Primum Mobile. The Eon of Destruction seeks only to destroy the universe, while the Eon of Erudition wants to find the answer for all that exists. Meanwhile, the Eon of Preservation continues to forge walls, and the Eon of Enigmata devotes itself to obscuring all that is known. A cloud of mystery shrouds the Eons. I heard Madame Herta recruited a team to try and solve the mysteries about them. Compared to the Eons, the factions are much easier to understand. Mortals with the same objective gather together to practice their understanding of eons and paths. Many eons are unreachable, but the factions are close to us. After Akivili trailblazed across the galaxy, people became aware of the existence of other worlds. Gradually, more people started trying to use the power of the eons to travel between worlds. The Interastral Peace Corporation is a good example. They worship Klapoth, the Eon of Preservation, but somehow became the largest economic entity in the galaxy. Another example is the Genius Society. There are no shortages of eccentrics like Madame Herta who dedicate themselves to scientific research under the protection of the erudition. These factions possess the same power as us to voyage between worlds. It would be hard to travel through the galaxy without them. The birth of an eon gives rise to a path. The nature of the paths remains a mystery, leaving us to draw an analogy in a way that mortals can understand. It's a philosophical concept of sorts. A person is considered to be on a path when their will overlaps with that path. If the person has a strong enough will, they can draw power from that path. Those who can do so are called Pathstriders. Pathstriders possess extraordinary power, but are still insignificant compared to the eons, like a drop of water in a vast ocean. Sometimes eons will bestow a mortal with their power, making them an emanator of that eon. I should mention that once a path is open, it cannot be closed, even with the fall of its eon. That is how we are still able to travel across the stars, despite Akivili's passing. trailblaze is our mission, and the source of strength that powers the Express to travel across the galaxy. Explore the unknown world to continue our journey ahead. Understand the local culture and immerse ourselves within it. Establish a connection with the new world, rejoice with it, and share in its fears. Connect worlds together, carving an endless path.
There you are! Wait, this is your first trip, so that should be double the excitement, right? You're just like Mr. Yang, always worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. Young people should be energetic. Here, let's do some relaxation exercises. The first step is to grab a hold of the root cause of your anxiety. Well, it is a little abstract, but basically you just need to pinpoint what's bothering you. The second step is to focus all your anxiety on that point. This is science! Don't get distracted. Focus. Now for step 3. Yank out that anxiety and cast it away with all your might. That doesn't mean it won't work. The best method for relieving anxiety is the one that works, right?
This is your first time experiencing the warp jump, so a little discomfort is unavoidable. If you're really anxious about it, I can stay here and have a chat with you. About everyone on the Express? Who would you like to know about? She's the owner of the Express. We joke around calling Pom Pom the conductor, but everyone knows Himiko is the boss. It all started with her encounter with the Astral Express, and they haven't been apart since then. She's extremely passionate, like a burning sun. However, she remains mysterious most of the time. Once in a while, you feel that she's burning herself out, trying to accomplish her dream. Only someone like her is worthy of the Astral Express. I think Himiko's vision of her whole life revolves around a very important dream. To be honest, I don't know when Pom Pom appeared. I think it was before I came to the Express. No, wait, maybe it was after. Pom Pom is like the spirit of the Astral Express. Whenever anyone on the Express needs help, they will appear immediately. It would be ill-advised to underestimate them. Pom Pom is terrifying when they get angry. Yes, it's terrifying. Dan Heng is a lonely child. He may appear distant and cold, but his heart is kind. Perhaps he's the way he is today because he spent so much time on the run. Sometimes he reminds me of myself when I was young. We don't know what he's running from. He once told me that he didn't know either. All he knew was that something was chasing him, and that he had to run away, first from the Xianzhou, then the IPC. So he boarded the ship of a troupe called the Morning Actors and escaped the IPC. After a while, he made his way to the Express, and he's stayed here longer than anywhere else. Don't worry. No matter who or what wants to hurt Dan Heng, we won't let them. Those who dare attack members of the Astral Express should be prepared to suffer the wrath of me and Himiko. Did Himiko tell you about March 7th? She was trapped in ice, floating through space. We happened upon her and rescued her. It was a unique type of ice known as six-phased ice, a substance that adheres to imaginary law, meaning that external forces cannot change its form. Whoever sealed her inside the six-phased ice, no matter who it is, did so either to protect her or banish her. I believe she had been floating through space for some time. It's impossible to trace the origins of this phenomenon. When it's observed by humans, or should I say, once it begins to affect the physical world, it's already too late to reverse. It's like a sudden storm that appears on a calm ocean. This phenomenon causes the smooth journey through the expanse to be filled with dangers. The mechanism whereby this mutation and corrosion spreads is the stellarons. It promulgated rapidly, like cancer cells, so the Interastral Peace Corporation named it the Cancer of All Worlds. They are the army ruled by the Eon of Destruction, Nanook. As Nanook's followers, they stand against all life and civilization and execute the will of destruction, disseminating chaos and calamity. Their actions cannot be explained by reason, because their only motivation and purpose is to destroy. Fragmentums are a phenomenon of corrosion. The mainstream school of thought is that Stellarons catalyzed the appearance of fragmentums. All matter and space that comes into contact with the fragmentum will be turned into fragmentum creations. However, you don't have to feel too burdened. At the very least, the current state of the Stellaron in your body is very stable and will not cause distortion to the outside.
You took long enough. But at least everyone's here now. He won't be here, so just leave him be. Oh yeah, take these. A tiny bonus from the conductor to the passenger. Think of it as an investment in your future growth. Okay, everyone, hurry up and find a place to sit down. Try not to be like March, always running around the express like a headless chicken. Pom-Pom's going to start the final preparations for the jump.
When I first woke up after being rescued from the ice, I could see clusters of stars in front of me. I reached out for them automatically, but they turned out to be the carriage ceiling lights. The whole crew was watching me. It was pretty embarrassing. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Before all this, I was stuck in a huge block of ice drifting through space. Himeko and Mr. Yang and... who was it again? Anyway, they figured out a way to melt the ice and saved me. Who knows? I don't remember anything before that. Who I am, where I'm from, my name. It's like everything was erased from my mind. March 7th was the day they found me, so it stuck. Ever since then, I've been hanging out on this train and following it to whatever destination it decides to stop at. I'm hoping that one day I can find my past. What am I talking about this for? A way to get everyone down, huh? It's fine. I was the one who brought it up. Cheer up. It's not every day someone gets to ride on the Astral Express. Ah, here comes the conductor.
The express has reached a safe distance from the space station. We'll be jumping in about 10 minutes. Return to your seats, please. Both of you! Things could get bumpy.
Thanks, Pom-Pom. But did you really have to come and remind me? I'm not a newbie, you know.
Well, it wouldn't be necessary, but Miss March 7th likes to challenge herself and falls over every time.
That's just called never giving up. Conductor, can I get a juice, please? Thank you!
We're jumping in 5 minutes. You can have something to drink when it's over.
But I'm thirsty now.
Jumps are like this. They may feel novel the first few times, but you'll slowly get used to them after a few more. As for the mechanism, well, if you're interested, I'll explain it to you in detail when we have more time. For now, just sit and wait. Remember to close your eyes. It helps with the dizziness.
Our next stop is a small planet called Eurelos 6. It's been thousands of years since the last time the Express paid a visit. The databank shows it was a lush and beautiful place. But after all this time, it's possible that dramatic changes have occurred.
Maybe Danhun locked it.
Oh, don't worry about me. I just want to see if I can stay on my feet this time. Thanks. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. The key is using your core, waist, and leg muscles. It's not your stance that matters, but your ability to ride the inertia. Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up. Oh, don't worry about me. I just want to see if I can stay on my feet this time. It's fine. I'm sturdier than I look. Besides, the ice will protect me. When I'm in danger, I instinctively create ice to protect myself. Though sometimes falling on the ice actually hurts more than falling on the ground. Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up. Oh, don't worry about me. I just want to see if I can stay on my feet this time. Don't be silly, this is fun. I like keeping busy. Otherwise, I start obsessing over pointless things. Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up.